I was on deployment when my sister called. Her voice was shaking. Your wife's new boyfriend just slammed your son's head through the TV screen. I heard him crying in the background. He said he'll do worse tomorrow. The line went dead. My commander overheard everything. Grab your gear. Emergency leave approved. I didn't thank him, didn't blink. I just packed. It wasn't the kind of flight where you pray or stare out windows thinking about home. This wasn't homecoming. It was a return to a battlefield I didn't remember leaving. 12 hours of silence later, the plane touched down. I didn't go through the front door, didn't call the cops, didn't knock. I wanted to see what kind of man hurts a child and sleeps afterward. She looked surprised when she opened the door, more surprised than happy. Her hair was messy, her robe half-tied. There was a beer can on the counter behind her and a pair of boots that didn't belong to me. "Didn't expect you back," she said softly. "No," I replied, "you didn't." Her eyes flickered. Guilt or calculation, I couldn't tell. Maybe both. My son sat on the couch holding an ice pack to his head. My daughter beside him, silent, eyes red. He looked up at me, small and scared. That's when I saw it. Finger-shaped bruises along his neck. I looked back at her. She looked away. He came downstairs then, the boyfriend. Bigger than I expected. Confident in a way men only are when they've never faced consequence. "You must be the husband," he said. I said nothing. He smirked, like it was all some kind of joke, like I was supposed to shake his hand. She stepped between us, her voice trembling. "It's not what it looks like." I wanted to laugh. That sentence has buried more marriages than infidelity itself. But I didn't laugh. I just looked at her. And I knew this wasn't about a slap or a broken TV. It was about control. About what happens when someone mistakes silence for weakness. I stayed 2 streets away at my sister's house. From the outside, I played calm. Inside, I was dismantling every lie she'd built. Phone records, bank statements, a hidden Venmo account, her name linked to his, dinner receipts, hotel bookings, all while I was overseas wiring money to keep the house standing. The betrayal didn't surprise me. The cruelty did. He wasn't just using her, he was using my kids as leverage, teaching them to fear, not to trust. I watched for days, recorded every visit, every bruise, every scream through the walls. She never stopped him, never once. When I confronted her over the phone, she cried. "He's not like that, he just gets angry. You don't understand what it's been like." I understood perfectly. Abuse is a choice. So is complicity. The rage inside me didn't explode. It condensed. Hard, cold, sharp. I wasn't planning revenge. I was planning justice. Real justice. The kind that doesn't fade in courtrooms. 2 weeks later, I walked into the house unannounced. The boyfriend was gone. She sat at the table, face pale, scrolling her phone with shaking hands. I dropped a folder in front of her. "What's this?" she asked. "Everything," I said. Inside, screenshots, messages, video stills, the hospital report from my son's concussion, police statements I'd already filed, and a court order granting me full custody. She froze, then her lip trembled. How did you?" "I was trained to see through lies," I said. "You were just too small to notice." She tried to reach for me. "Please, I made a mistake." I smiled faintly. "No, you made a decision." Her boyfriend walked in then, carrying groceries. He stopped when he saw me. I looked at him the same way I looked at men through a rifle scope, calmly, without emotion. "You should leave," I said. He did, without a word. She followed me outside, sobbing. "What are you going to do to me?" "Nothing," I said. "That's the point." Her eyes widened, confusion mixing with fear. "I'm done carrying your chaos," I told her. "You wanted freedom? This is it. No money, no children, just silence." I turned away as she sank to the ground, gasping. The kind of gasp people make when they finally understand loss, not of love, but of power. I didn't look back. There's no satisfaction in watching the guilty fall. only peace in walking away first. I found my son that night sitting in his room building a Lego tower. He looked up at me and said, "Is he gone?" "Yes," I said. "He won't hurt you again." He nodded, went back to building, piece by piece. I stood there for a long time, watching his hands move, steady, patient. Some things, I realized, rebuild themselves quietly. You just have to clear the wreckage first. Later, I sat alone on the porch, the night still, my uniform folded beside me. There are no medals for this kind of war, no victory parade, just the silence after a storm, and the knowledge that this time, the right person walked away.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Subscribe now to Cheating Stories Insight World for more amazing stories.